Chapter 5. 5 recurring comments on mental rehabilitation. Number 1. He is in such bad shape he doesn't have the energy for anything. I have found that the things that interest me the least are the same things that I have not been successful in. I have rationalized it with the fact that they are not my kind of stuff. GFP attempts to find out what level of activity an individual's condition will allow. It should be enough. Goal-oriented, motivating tasks, where one can still experience success, help you forward. When a young person in a rehabilitation day center is seen sleeping on the couch after playing Wheels of Fortune and before his afternoon tea, rebuke is easy. He just does not commit to rehabilitation no matter what we do. However, what you see is only a part of the rehabilitation. Instead of the rebuke and a stick, a carrot could be offered. Number 2. He is not doing anything. A comment on a future Elvis client in a hospital dormitory. He is just not doing anything at all. He is just making that terrible noise. He calls music 4 hours a day, sketching on the walls for 2 hours, and using his laptop for 3 hours. So he isn't doing anything at all. From another point of view, this passive patient does a lot, and his ability to function is not as bad as it seems. He is just focusing on the things that interest him, not on the things that interest the commenter, who therefore finds the activities absurd and useless. In fact, the commenter does not see any action at all. The challenge is how we can help. The client turns these activities into rehabilitation tools for himself or herself. The premise is that humans have an innate desire to learn and feel better. Number 3, these people will never really recover. It depends entirely on how rehabilitation objectives are measured and set. If it is done with indicators of normality, we may never reach the goals. If the aim is that the rehabilitation client can live a fulfilling life, find a social network, and have enough control of his or her own life, I can say that during my career, I have only met patients who have had the ability to achieve these objectives. If a 20-year-old is thought of as a hopeless case, the starting point for rehabilitation makes it difficult for the patient to even try. As cliched as it sounds, at this point it is true. Everything is relative. Number 4. First, they have to take responsibility for their own care. Responsibility is originally a legal term, which refers to the fact that an individual or an entity has the opportunity to take responsibility. The same applies to given responsibility. Is it not a rehabilitation professional's job to deal out responsibility as per the client's health? What does it take for the client to accept his or her illness and see that there is more than that? Our mission is to create an environment in which a mental health client has the best possible conditions and the premise for taking responsibility for his or her own care and also other aspects of life. If rehabilitation personnel will just wait for the client to take responsibility in due course, thinking, first we need the proper medication, all responsibility is in the hands of the client, it just does not work like that. Rehabilitation is a joint project from the beginning. Number 5. Peer support is irresponsible and threatens our jobs. I have noticed that many trade unions are the ones most skeptic about the idea of using peer support and experience-based expertise in rehabilitation. However, I find it difficult to see how it would reduce the importance of professional work. Although the methods used by peer support staff differ from those of professionals, the need for support by both clients and peer tutors will not disappear. If it does, the client is ready to move forward in his or her life.